Welcome back. I'm Lexi. In this episode, we will talk about the colored-glaze porcelain.
Hi, I'm Jeff. The colored-glaze porcelain is one of the 4 famous high-temperature colored-glazed porcelain and is known as artificial gem.
Yes, and it's worth mentioning that the colored-glazed porcelain plays a very important role in the ceramic industry. The production of colored-glazed porcelain in Jingdezhen is both time-honored and renowned throughout the world. The colored-glazed porcelain produced in Jingdezhen over the past years is matchless at home and abroad in terms of the number, beauty, and quality of the products.
Now, let's explore the secret of colored-glazed porcelain.
What shall we do today?
How about visiting the Ceramic Museum to have a closer look at the beautiful porcelain?
Good idea.
Wow, Lexi, look! The colors of the glaze make this one look like a gem.
Yeah, this is colored-glazed porcelain. There are hundreds of different colors of the glaze. Basically, they are divided into 2 types: monochrome glazed porcelain and polychrome glazed porcelain. Of the former contains shadowy blue, jade blue, sky blue after rain, otter blue, June red, Langyao red, otter red, drunken beauty, and mirror black, etc. While the latter have phonics further glaze, silk glaze, and rose purple, and so on.
So the porcelain displayed in this area are all used the color glaze method, right?
Exactly. Look carefully. The color on the porcelain is almost all different with each other, and you can hardly find 2 identical colors. Look at this otter red vase, which is one of the most precious work and hard to manipulate. I also heard a story about it. Have you heard it before?
I'm not sure. Try me.
It happened at the period of Ming Emperor Xuande. There was a famous ceramic craftsman in Jingdezhen named Tao Chen who specifically made royal porcelain for the palace. He lived with his beautiful young daughter, Cui Lan. At that year, when his daughter turned 18, the Emperor Xuanzong wanted to hold a memorial ceremony for the god of the sun by using a set of bright red ceramics. So he commanded the craftsmen in imperial queue to make it.
I think I have heard this story before. Tao Chen was the team leader, right? They failed several times as the deadline was coming soon, and if they failed to make the porcelain, all the craftsmen would be beheaded.
Absolutely right. So his daughter was sleepless and worried about her father all day long. In order to save her father and the other workers, she decided to sacrifice herself and jumped into the furnace, splashing blood on the clay. Later, Tao Chen opened the kiln bitterly. To his surprise, a real glaze with bright red color and quite solemnity appeared. That was exactly what the emperor required. In memory of the girl, later generations changed the name of the porcelain to Jihong.
This is long history, and no sacrifice is needed anymore. I am curious about the manufacturing process of the colored glazed porcelain now.
The coloring mechanism of colored glaze is rather complicated. Can you guess how many procedures do we need to make colored glazed porcelain?
I suppose there might be 3 steps, like the blue and white porcelain: compounding glaze, applying glaze, and firing. Am I right?
Exactly. To compound glaze, the coloring agent should be firstly ground into powder of the size no larger than 5 ml by hand. Then mix it repeatedly with glaze slip. The colored glaze, usually with the thickness of 1 millimeter, is thicker than ordinary white glaze.
I see. How about the next step, applying glaze?
Different colored glazes and bodies should be applied in different ways. For example, the glaze on porcelain for daily use is applied by dipping, pouring, and shaking, while the glaze on artistic porcelain is applied by spraying, brushing, throwing, or mixing several methods mentioned above to achieve a certain artistic effect.
That's complicated. How about the final process? Firing is the most important step, right?
You're right. The temperature will determine the success or failure of the porcelain. Traditionally, the kiln tells the temperature and controls the fire and the atmosphere by years of experience.
What's the requirement for temperature?
The temperature changes. At first, it raises from normal temperature to about 1050 degrees. Then this temperature is kept for about half an hour. This is called oxidizing atmosphere. Next, at about 1200 degrees, it becomes strong reduction atmosphere. After that, it shrinks to weak reduction atmosphere until reaching the highest firing temperature. Then the temperature is kept for another half an hour. At last, the fire is put out, and the porcelain needs cooling naturally.
Brilliant! I want to try on my own.